We are going to pray against the spirit of covetousness and greediness. Listen, if not this spirit, many of the people that call themselves politicians would have retired. There is something more they want, and it is definitely not the development of the nation. They are thinking about themselves. The reason why Africa will never develop if something does not happen and this spirit is not arrested, because the moment you vote somebody in, he spends 3 months on the seat and he starts planning of what to do to let you vote for him again. So there is nothing he will do with the agenda to save the nation. Everything is to save the next vote. So they make the wrong decisions to let others be happy so that we vote for them. And the core things, the structure of the nation that has to be built will not be built. The spirit of greediness. Listen to me. We need one president who will come and say, vote for me. I need only one term to turn things around. If you like, vote for me again. If you like, don't. But I need just one term. And he is not on it to win the next election. He is on it to change the nation and to discipline corruption and to deal with evil on the nation. And by the time they are through, listen, we don't pamper criminals, we jail them and we deal with them. Otherwise, the next time they will do it again. But because of the next election, presidents are not able to handle corruption. We are not asking government to put money in the hands of people. We are asking government to put stretches in place so that people stop running to United States. How long should traveling abroad be a breakthrough? Meanwhile, these people are surviving on our natural resource. How long should the burger feel big when he comes back to Ghana? How long will we continue to use their used cars and call it home use? When will we close down Kantamanto? People with strange diseases wear their clothes and they bring it, and Kantamanto, our nation people are just rushing. Meanwhile, most of the raw materials they get from here because of greediness and covetousness. No one is thinking about the other. They are thinking about themselves and their families. So every policy, listen, if some of the policies, if they should open it to us, we will cry, because the nation does not have a future for the next 20 years. They have entered into debt and loans and have established some agreements with some people that we think that we have companies, but they are on loans. Yet greedy people. The spirit of greediness and covetousness has taken over the nation. You see a small boy, 29 years, become a politician. By 31, he's in a Land Cruiser and has bought a house in abroad. How much is your salary? Greediness and covetousness. And people who want to work with business plans, want to work, cannot, because the economy is not supporting them. Listen, what Africa is dealing with in the next 40 years, the next 50 years, in the 100 years, we will be in heaven and we will cry over our grandchildren and over our generations. Because you know what? Africa, some way, somehow, is not operating by the brain. Right now, we are devoid of intellect. What is left is the raw material, the natural resources. The leaders we have today are not raising brains, neither are they conserving the natural resources. Some way, somehow, misusing it. And a generation is coming, they will not have intellect, they will not have natural resources. How can our nations survive if a nation like Ghana, with all the natural resources, are still as poor as we are? Go to Togo and go to Nigeria and go to other nations. We need leaders' eyes to be open to see that it doesn't matter the money they steal and keep in a bank for their children. If the economy is not working, they will die and go. Their children will squander the money before they die. Yes. There will be nothing left for their children. Listen, it is only in the Western world that a family from generation to generation can keep their billionaire status for a long time. But in Africa, the system does not sustain wealth. So the politicians, if their eyes are not open, they will keep stealing the money there, but they will die, and their children without connection will bring the money into the economy and realize that the economy will devour the money, and within a short time everything was scattered. We are going to pray that, Lord, at least open their eyes before they die. They are crashing the economy at the expense of carrying money somewhere. Your children will bring it out. They will buy Ferrari, the road will destroy the Ferrari. They will buy good cars, the road will destroy it. There is no structure for Africa. God help us. May their eyes be open.
Amen.
You know the worst of things? There are Christians that are there. The moment they go there, money blinds them. Some of them are good Christians until they assume the seat. Open their eyes to know that a generation depends on them. Open their eyes to know that students are crying for them. Open their eyes to know that children who cannot speak are depending on them. Open their eyes to know that businesses are weeping because of their negligence. Open their eyes to know. And the next prayer is a two combined prayer. Lord, break the yoke of foolishness. In election day like this, Lord, break the yoke of foolishness. In election day like this, there is somebody who doesn't get some of the money to chop. He only runs after the Land Cruiser. And he's ready to pull a sword and kill. I'm talking now. May the yoke of foolishness break on those people they call foot soldiers. You are going to die for somebody's father and leave your children fatherless. But some people are fools enough to do it. Do you know that some of them chant in the night? And this is the chanting: let people forget themselves for me. Listen, some of the boys that are ready to face guns for a politician, a spell has been chanted on the person, and he has forgotten that he himself, he has a life to live. And sometimes they can cause war in a place because all of a sudden they have lost sense of worthiness. They feel their life is nothing, so they can kill. And if they go to jail, they don't care. If they die, they don't care. It is after the election and the spell is broken, then they say, what did I do? But maybe they will not die. An innocent person in a queue dies out of their rout and their evil. They will kill you and go because they were feeling a sense of worthlessness. Material se me yeden. Mamen koma we, mamen koma MPP, mamen koma NDC, mamen ko ebia ye umbe kaime, ebia no man can. Let me just fight for anybody. And he will come and kill you that has a plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan. Cut your hand off, cut your leg off. Bad driving. When I was about to come to service, I received a call. Remember during the week of grace, I said I'm seeing an accident with a particular number 6. And eventually, when I said that the following day, I think the Lord led me to call one of our mothers in the middle here to pray for her. And today, her daughter and her husband were in a car, and somebody's reckless driving hits them, and the car somersaulted 3 times, and they came out without a scratch. Listen, when they brought me the car and I saw the car number, I said, no, God is real. How can a car end up like this and the people there didn't receive a scratch? Because prayer has gone ahead. We are in a season that you are quietly driving on the road. Another person feeling all good and happy for another politician. Somebody will be listening to the mentioning of the results. Hey, pee! You are somewhere, boom. Any sense of worthlessness. Break. Bemana quiet is on Fabra Boho, the BCBNC, Obewa Wongu, Obekwa MPP, Obekwa NDC, Obewa Wongu, Sasun Sumon Bechante, Aposani Paso. We command that spell to break. Somebody shout, break! Break! Lift up your hands. We are going to pray. Oh, let the foolish be wise.
Be wise. Man.
Some of the political secretaries and chairmen and the rest will call their boys, and their boys will say, sir, hold on. And then they will tell them, work the economy. If you work it, I will survive. I don't need to follow you for you to dash me something. If you dash me, I will chop it. After 1 year, I'm so poor. Work the economy. Let me survive. Lift up your hands. Say, oh Lord, open the eyes of the blind to posterity and break the yoke of foolishness upon many that can cause war. Clap your hands and begin to pray.